I'm Konstance Patton, and we're downtown Manhattan at Art Above the Mantles project with Art Above the Avenues, and I'm here having my workshop for the people and creating some pieces. This is the third collaboration I've done with Art on the Aves, and their mission is to put artists into the empty storefronts after the pandemic. So many places in New York City were closed, and so they align with me as far as bringing something beautiful to the people. So we're downtown. This used to be a restaurant, and now we've changed it into a gallery and a workshop for artists. So the project here is called Art Above the Mantle, and it works with street artists and brings them inside. So we have a mantle right here that I'm actually going to be designing. Some of the artists that are also in residence design their own mantle, and the idea is to bring some of that street art inside, give the artist another platform rather than just being relegated to the walls, public spaces, and bring them indoors. My work is meant to bring peace. My work is meant to bring beauty and joy. With my murals, like this one here, I created during the 2020 shutdown on Broadway and Canal. And this is actually my grandmother. I thought of someone that is really nourishing and nurturing and the spirit of the grandmother. So my work is really grounded in taking ancient pieces, aesthetics, different symbolism, and then grounding them into the present. So what would this goddess look like, that's ancient, but she lives in Brooklyn right now? Like, how would she be adorned? So I love mixing those two things. Like, you'll see the third eye, which you see in many cultures, see it all the time, and I'm taking that same concept that it not only looks really good to me, I was just really drawn to keep that tradition going. I think the goddesses represent my sisters and myself and people that are close to me, women that inspire me. Sometimes they're like the woman on the cover of Kurt Boone's book on Fresh Plywood. On the cover of that book, it's a yellow background with the woman with the afro. That's based on a journalist and friend from Detroit, Imani Mixon. And once I got that space, I painted that during the 2020 shutdown. It's the first piece I made. I thought about what am I gonna say? Everything's shut down. I'm on Broadway. What am I gonna say? And so I wanted to think about the beauty and the strength, but also sharing information, organizing, building community. And so that's the energy that I put behind that piece in particular. So they all have a different energy to them. So, but essentially, I love my grandmother and my sister. So if you see two of them together, it's my sisters. If it's three together, it's all three of us. And if they're single, then it takes on an aspect of some great woman that I know. And then I'm also doing a beadwork project that is in the tradition of my family, creating beadwork pieces. And I've been kind of making patterns and kind of saving patterns that were made by my family members and archiving them for future generations. I'm an Indigenous woman, First Nations. I'm a member of the Little River Band of Ottawa Indians in Michigan. What up, though? And then I have a festival in Detroit, the Potluck, and I have Be a Lover Festival here that's going to be happening in the fall, which is bringing street artists together, collaborating with empty spaces like this, and just making something for the people, supporting the arts and our cities. And we're at 27 John Street between Broadway and Nassau.